You want details? Fine. I drive a Ferrari 355 Cabriolet. What's up? I have a ridiculous house in the South Fork. I have every toy you can possibly imagine. And best of all, kids, I am liquid. So, now you know what's possible. Let me tell you what's required.
Life advice, rr@gmail.com. Okay, Ryan, 6'2", 275, tore my meniscus in a basketball game. This is irrelevant. Okay, thank you. I've got a golfing birthday trip for a close friend of mine planned for this weekend with 4 guys total. Oh, so we're right at it. This guy just sent this in. 3 of us aren't good at golf. We are terrible. And the other guy, which we haven't met before, has been on the Corn Ferry Tour. He's legit good. Okay. What should my approach out there be? I hate the idea of being the too cool to care kind of guy, but I also hate the idea of being the try hard. I actually do practice and started golfing at the beginning of COVID back in March. I feel comfortable with the 3 of us that typically we will go play once a month, but adding this new guy to the mix has made me start thinking. Any advice would be appreciated. I gotta be honest, why does he want to play with you guys?
That was my first thought.
This doesn't make a ton of sense unless they bought the setup, right? Why is a guy that's like borderline on the tour? Again, the whole getting your PGA cards is a whole nother level of it. But if this guy's good enough to be on this, he's incredible. And I don't know why he'd want to play with you 3 guys. So that part actually is really confusing. So let's just say, okay, whatever, mutual friend, he's agreed to it. Here's what you need to do. Don't worry about trying too hard. Don't worry about acting too cool. Just play fast. All right? Buy extra balls. Don't spend forever looking for them. I know the Pro V1s are expensive, but everything you need to do, you need to focus on, you want to have fun. So now I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on you. But if you guys are this bad and just total hackers, don't make it awful for him. Which again, this is why I don't even know why you're doing it, because you should be playing with a 4th guy that isn't any good, so you guys can bullshit and make fun of each other and have people play behind you and then ask to play through and just do like a guy's meathead round of golf. But now I would be like, okay, make sure you watch your ball, and when it lands, have something to identify the general area of where it landed, a tree, those kinds of things, because I'll know if I'm not super locked in. I'll go, I didn't pay attention to where it landed. And it sucks to play with that guy. It does. It sucks to play with people that look forever. It sucks to play with guys that just go really slow. And so I don't even know why he's doing this. But if you're worried about how he feels, then do all of those things. Watch your ball. Don't have him watch it for you. Some guys you'll golf with, they'll watch yours, but it gets really annoying when there's like one guy that's in charge of watching everybody's drives or second shots, because he knows that he's better off helping you and watching where your ball lands, knowing that you guys aren't paying enough attention. So yeah, play fast, bring extra balls, and follow the path of your shot and use some sort of marker to identify where it lands. So that's pretty much all I could say there. But really my advice would be to not play with him. I mean, unless he's doing some kind of deal where you guys paid for this and then he's going to give you pointers along the way. Yeah, but I don't, and then I would add that too. If that's not what the deal is, you just randomly, I don't know why you're playing with him. But if you are, and that's part of it, I would not ask him for any tips unless he offers them up, because that would probably be the worst. All right. You ever get scammed, Kyle? We got somebody here saying they're getting scammed.
I nothing comes to mind. I definitely got the emails and texts and the calls or whatever, but I don't think I ever got scammed. Oh, I did. I bought an Xbox off eBay my freshman year of college, because apparently it was a Christmas present to my brother and my younger brother, so I couldn't bring it up to college with me, so I had to get one on eBay, and it was had the red ring of death on it, and I had to
ring of death.
I had to pawn it off on somebody else.
Oh, so you sold the bad product to someone else?
Yeah, but they were at the school, so it was like, I just made the decision that I'm not going to be a great guy about this. So,
well, what did that guy say to you?
Well, he sold me some weed for it. So I was like, what are you going to say to anybody about that? So it was sort of like one of those, like, even if this goes badly, like, who are you going to tell?
You're real,
we got it working
real
for like,
badass,
we got it working for like 5 minutes. I was like, come on, bring him down here. Get him to come down here and look at it. So yeah, I got scammed, but then I scammed somebody else. So it was like a one-time scam.
Did that guy hate you for the rest of college, I hope?
Yeah.
But you didn't care. He was like,
you know what?
Guy,
Actually,
huh?
he didn't. He didn't because he didn't. I told him I didn't have the power cord. So I was like, I only got one power cord for this Xbox and I need it. So here's the Xbox. Here's it working. And then I unplugged it, gave it to him. And then he was like, hey, when I went home for Christmas break, I plugged that thing in and it doesn't work. And I was like, I don't know. You must have bumped it on the ride home or something. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't like the way I feel.
Okay. I love how open you were about that, though. You deserve credit at least for admitting.
Statute of limitations, I think.
Yeah. Well, super shitty, man. But your honesty somehow makes it work. All right. Big fan of the show. Let's get to the chase. I've got a tricky situation I want your take on. I'm 32, doing pretty well for myself. My brother-in-law, who's 22, let's call him Tim, has recently been the target of one of those get-out-of-debt-quick scams. For background reference, this guy is for sure not in any bad debt. He lives at home, works, and doesn't have any kids or lavish things. He made my wife and I sit down on one of the free Zoom courses, and this thing is clearly a scam, 100%. The business model is one of those pay $199 for a one-on-one consultation from one of their coaches to complete the entry course, and then another $4,000 to complete the course. They claim to have the secret for paying off hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt in a fraction of the time by essentially opening another line of credit to pay off your existing debt. But they tell the students' victims that you achieve this financial freedom by opening a debt checking account. What the fuck? Anyway, it sucks because Tim is a smart guy who's generally very responsible with his money. This is where the plot thickens. The reason why he's so excited about this opportunity is because one of the testimonials from this scam course is his newish girlfriend of 8 months. Wait.
What?
The reason he's so excited about this opportunity because one of the testimonials, the graduates from the scam. So one of the people, all right. So every time any one of us tries to ask him more about why he believes any of this crap, he just brushes it off and tells us to ask his girlfriend about it. He clearly doesn't know what he's getting into and is blinded by his newfound love. We don't know what to do. We don't want him to incur. We don't want him to incur any more debt or lose any large sums of money from this BS. And I also don't want him to think we're dumping on his new girlfriend. We like the girl. She's nice. My wife and I have told him about our concerns. And we even flat out told him that it's a scam, but he isn't trying to hear it from us. We know he's a grown man and is free to do what he wants, but we don't want to see this end badly. Please help. So, yeah, this sounds like a total scam. I mean, anything, that whole third sentence, that's all you need to know about this deal. You pay the consultation thing, and they're going to tell you, look, if there was a secret way of getting out of debt, it wouldn't be as much of a secret. All right. That's the first thing. Now, will I admit there might be some limitations of my education on this, on how to I think there's some consolidation plans that actually can work. They can be manageable. The problem is when you're so in debt and you start fucking up your credit. And that's ironically the one that I fell for in my late 20s. Now, look, I was stupid in college. I'd get the credit cards out. We've been over this before. A bill didn't show up. And like a young kid, I was like, well, the bill didn't show up. It means I don't have to pay it. And it was like $500. And then that's like the first thing in your credit history. And then that's on there forever. And then the weird thing is I was kind of treating it like a truck that I didn't care about, where I was like, well, if my credit's already bad now, like who cares? And so then you start just getting into these bad habits because you don't even care about it because the number isn't high enough to begin with. So you start becoming a grown-up. For me, a little later than others, but you're just being honest with you. And I signed up for one of those credit repair things. And, you pay this monthly fee. And it was out of Utah, I think. And that's why I don't think I'll ever do I won't do any reads for any of those companies, because it took me a few months to realize nothing's changing here. You know how you fix your credit report? Paying your bills in time. And they'd say, no, we have this way of writing letters, and we keep writing letters to the collection people that are after you, and you just keep writing the letters and keep writing the letters, and if they don't respond within 30 to 60, it all sounds very convincing, especially when you're an idiot like I was at the time, because I didn't really know. So I start researching all of this stuff, and then you sign up for the credit. It doesn't matter. Like the credit alerts, it doesn't just magically make your credit go all the way up. I see some of the ads for some of that stuff now. I don't even know what it is. Obviously, I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore once you decide, hey, I need to fix this stuff. You want to start making big boy moves. But all of these things are basically predatory on someone that already probably hasn't made great financial decisions or hasn't put in the time to research any of this stuff. So your brother-in-law is 22. If he doesn't want to listen to you on this because of a girl, then he's going to lose his $4,000. It's great you care. It's great you care. But if he doesn't care and doesn't even want to talk to you about it and doesn't understand it, but you're saying that he's actually smart enough to understand it, he's just super into a girl at 22 years old. Hell, guys get super into girls a lot later than that and make just as dumb decisions, if not worse. So I think it's great that you're concerned about it, but you've already tried to talk to him about it, and he's clearly not going to listen. Like, he doesn't care. He doesn't care that he's about to be scammed. I mean, you already sat down and talked to him. So I don't understand how he'd incur more debt, because it sounds like, unless there's some other tier of this, but if he's out $4,200, he's out $4,200. But I would tell him to stop sitting people down, friends and family. Like, hey, nobody wants to do this, Michael Scott. Nobody wants to buy your phone cards. Toby's divorced.
Didn't he say that guy wasn't even in debt?
Yeah, I don't understand what he's signing up for here. Unless this email's fake. But, well, he said he doesn't. He goes, this guy is for sure not in any bad debt. He lives at home. So I don't really get this. We don't want him to incur any more debt or lose large sums of money. I don't know. He gave me the website. So I'm going to go ahead and
say no to cookies.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh man, they always have. It's always, oh God, this picture's tough. White guy, dad, 30, head in hands.
Really?
2-year-old girl kissing him on the cheek. Like, he looks like he's about to end it all. And she's saying, don't worry, daddy. This website can help us live. I don't know. Have I said too much? I love this. Oh my God. I'm looking at the website now. Yeah. Look, I know somebody that, some person came as like a tax consultant, a small business. Was like, yeah, I know, I can fix all this. Fix all this. Like, really? You can just fix all this? Yeah, $10,000 up front, blah, blah, blah. The person just kept the $10,000 and then got the person to say things to them that they shouldn't have said about their business. So, yeah, man, that stuff, I'm not dismissing all of them, but I would say as I've experienced some of this stuff, whenever you're in financial trouble, it's usually not a click away to solving your problems. And if you have to pay somebody else thousands, I don't know, man. But I don't think you should worry about it all that much. You tried to talk to him. He said he didn't care. What are you going to do? All right. We'll talk to you on Friday.